proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality. Do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, it's crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Drown out my problems, let me When I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. 10 steps instead. Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or up bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just flow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Paper stuff to edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo reel.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New England Patriots. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Ready? Ready? 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You ready?
On 1st and 10, Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it.
Stay at home.
They'll run it here. This is James White. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Newton, and an alley to run. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle is going to be made at the 49ers' 26.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a first down throw for Newton. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg, out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lawrence Guy. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Here we go.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. This is going the other way. But he doesn't get it much further. Taken down on the other side of the 50. Looked good for a second there, but it turns out just to be a missed extra point.
We have seen some exciting returns of blocked extra points. This one doesn't quite get into that level, but there had to be an anxious moment after it was blocked, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think sometimes they still forget on both sides when that block comes on a PAT that you can return it for 2. He got it across midfield there, just not close to the end zone.
Yeah, you noted that moment of hesitancy, didn't you? You know, it's blocked. It's like, oh, yeah, that's right. It can be returned, and which means you have to get back and tackle him, too.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Newton now to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On the draw, it's White. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Now Newton. Looking left side, and it's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They'll run with Michelle. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Newton. Throw caught here by Bird. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Michelle running right. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. The extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Newton. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
20.
2nd and 10. Newton again. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They snap it to Newton. Open man, here's Foster. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 1st down, here's White. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch safety creep. 8. Safety's creeping. Much 56.
Back to throw, Newton. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. And his kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Mostert, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to Davis. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Mostert. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, Michelle. And he's got this down to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Newton. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And now running right through it. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, White. And he'll take this one down near the 15. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game.
And he's going to go down, sacked right around the 17. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
For from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here we go, here we
The
go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he gets this all the way down to the Patriots' 28. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts him right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The veteran Jason McCourty up to make the tackle. On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver Pettis for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Michelle, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Newton on 1st down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is Mostert. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Back to throw. Rolling to his right. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Robert Foster, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Patriots, they add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
And they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go. 180. Check line 54. Line 54. Know your job.
Back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
He's back to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here we go. 20.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this will wind up